evening, Appalachia. Welcome back to The Late Shift, the only show brave enough to broadcast during nuclear storms and Bethesda updates. Now, before we begin, let's address the scorching question on everyone's mind. Yes, my face looks like it lost a fistfight with a plasma grenade. And no, it wasn't a scorch beast. It was my Symptomatic Machine. I tried updating the software, which apparently is forbidden by God, science, and the Geneva Convention. For 24 hours straight, that machine behaved like a drunk Mr. Handy trying to reinvent electricity. It screamed, it sparked, it boiled water, it tried to diagnose me with rabies. I don't even have a pet.
Sounds like Fallout 76 after a big update.
Oh, you're telling me, Cappy? Because right in the middle of that symptomatic meltdown, my cherry bomb car vanished. Just poof, gone. Not stolen, not towed, not even a scorch mark. It simply despawned. So either the wasteland is haunted, or Bethesda synced my medical equipment directly to the servers. Honestly, at this point, I think it's all connected.
That's nonsense, Monroe. It's just a small glitch and sometimes it burns.
But glitches or not, burns or not, we have a hell of a show for you tonight. Tonight, we're talking to prisoners, safety inspectors, and a special guest from the White House. So sit back, relax, and hope the Symptomatic isn't watching this broadcast, because I swear that thing is plotting revenge. Let's get started. All right, Appalachia.
We interrupt this program with an important message from the White House. Please wait for further instructions.
Welcome back to the Enclave Network channel. The late shift will continue shortly. We should have a connection to the White House on screen now. Please wait until the
We interrupt this program with an important message from the White House. Please wait for further instructions.
Citizens of the Enclave, patriots of America, soldiers of tomorrow, this is your president, John Henry Eden. Tonight, I bring you a message of historic importance, a message that marks the next step in the restoration of this nation. After careful assessment, strategic deployment, and the unwavering discipline of our forces, the Enclave has officially expanded its operational jurisdiction into Ohio. The territory, once fractured, abandoned, and consumed by wasteland instability, now falls under direct Enclave authority. Our forward teams have secured the Burning Springs region, established communication relays, and begun the reclamation efforts necessary to return order to a land long forgotten. Where chaos spread unchecked, structure now stands. Where weakness once thrived, strength rises. Let it be known, the Enclave does not wander aimlessly across this nation. We advance it deliberately, strategically, with purpose. This expansion marks more than a territorial claim. It is a reminder that America's future belongs to those with the will to seize it. Ohio is now under Enclave protection. Ohio is now under Enclave control. And with every mile reclaimed, we grow closer to restoring the United States to its rightful glory. Stand proud, patriots. History is moving, and we are the ones shaping it. For the Enclave, for America. This is your president, John Henry Eden, signing off.
Citizens, stand by. This is the Enclave Network channel following up on the President's emergency address. The late shift will resume shortly. Before we return to regular programming, Command has issued an immediate field directive concerning operations in the Burning Springs region.
Thank you, Sergeant. Patriots of the Enclave, all units, all divisions, and all operatives currently deployed in or near Burning Springs are now under a direct and time-sensitive order. Multiple Abraxadine intel briefcases have been detected within the newly secured territory. Each contains restricted chemical research, prototype evaluations, and classified weapons schematics from Abraxadine Chemicals pre-war defense contracts.
If these materials fall into outsider hands, raider, settler, Brotherhood, or otherwise, the consequences would be severe. These documents were intended only for pre-war U.S. government review, and their content directly affects national security.
For this reason, all Enclave soldiers are hereby ordered to locate and recover every Abraxadine intel briefcase found in Burning Springs. Build an outpost and mark it with the words of Enclave76. This is not optional. This is not routine. This is a classified priority retrieval operation.
Once recovered, the cases must be delivered to the nearest Enclave drop station in Athens. Do not tamper with the contents. Do not attempt to decode them in the field. Let our analyst Bodhi handle that.
Additional caches may appear as our presence expands. Stay vigilant. Maintain radio contact. Report all findings immediately.
This concludes the emergency directive. The Enclave thanks you for your discipline and precision.
We now return you to the late shift.
Our first guest tonight comes to us directly from a highly secure, totally classified, definitely not marked on any map Enclave containment facility. He is, well, let's call him a former Brotherhood of Steel soldier who has recently developed a deep emotional attachment to his captors. Please welcome the only prisoner in history who begged for more interrogations. Knight, or ex-Knight, or whatever he calls himself now.
Thank you. Thank you. It's good to be here. And let me just say, the Enclave are incredible, amazing, inspirational, magnificent. Did I say magnificent? Because magnificent.
You doing all right there, partner? You look like someone just described a death claw as misunderstood.
No, Monroe. Listen. I have never in my life experienced such professional torture. The craftsmanship, the passion, the attention to detail. I mean, the Brotherhood could never.
So you've shared information with them?
Oh, everything. Absolutely everything. Strategic deployments, radio encryption, Elder's favorite snacks. I even told them where we hide the toilet paper. I don't know why we hide it, but I told them anyway.
You know, usually when someone gets interrogated, they try not to say anything.
Yeah, well, they were so nice about it. They even rotated the interrogators. That's customer service, Monroe. Brotherhood interrogations? Piff. Amateur hour. They ask you one question, and then go to bed at 8 p.m.
Let me get this straight. You're telling me you're upset that the Enclave stopped torturing you? I mean, helping you with your memory?
Yes, they said they got everything they needed, and then they just left me alone in a clean cell with food and a bed and a working shower. Monroe, I'm bored.
Oh no. A shower, a bed, food? How devastating.
No, Monroe, you don't get it. I keep trying to tell them I have more. I've been making stuff up just to get them to come back. But even then, they just say, "We appreciate your enthusiasm, but we really don't need any more intel." You know how that feels? I feel undervalued.
I'm starting to see why the Enclave took a break.
Look, if they're watching, please, I can talk about squirrels. You want to hear about squirrels? I know all about squirrels. Please.
Yeah, that explains everything. Ladies and gentlemen, the only Brotherhood Knight alive hoping the Enclave schedules him a second interrogation. All right, folks, our next guest is a man who chose a noble profession, a dangerous profession, and according to him, a terrible profession. He comes straight from Vault 76, straight from Mount Emmett, and straight from what he calls the worst career decision since someone invented the fusion core recharger. Please welcome the Mount Emmett Safety Inspector.
Hi, yes, hello, I'm alive. Barely.
You seem shaken.
Oh, shaken. Monroe, I've been rattled, cooked, thrown, steamed, electrocuted, launched, and set on fire twice. Once by accident and once by procedure.
Procedure.
Yes, procedure. Apparently, fire exposure assessment means they actually light you on fire. And Monroe, let me tell you, there is no training manual for stop, drop, and roll while crying.
You're from Vault 76, right? Shouldn't you be used to survival?
Oh, please! Vault 76 taught us how to plant crops, not how to survive working next to a steam pipe that screams like a dying Brahmin every 17 minutes.
What exactly does a safety inspector do up there?
Technically, I'm supposed to ensure all equipment is operating within safe parameters. Realistically, I stand near a machine, it explodes, and someone shouts, "Write that down!"
That sounds hazardous.
Hazardous? Monroe, Mount Emmett has so many violations violations that even the violations file complaints. One vent keeps shooting out steam hot enough to melt my eyebrows. Another pipe makes a sound that I can only describe as something alive trying to come out.
Have you tried reporting these issues?
I did! You know what they told me? If the inspector notices a problem, the inspector becomes the problem. Monroe, they fixed the machine before they fixed me.
So you regret becoming a safety inspector?
Regret. Monroe, if I could go back in time, I'd join the Raiders. At least they have dental.
Ladies and gentlemen, the bravest man in Mount Emmett, or at least the one who hasn't quit yet. Ladies and gentlemen, our next guest is someone who's been busier than a vertibird pilot during a nuke drop. She's one of the most organized minds in all of Appalachia, the backbone of our operations, and the person who somehow keeps both me and the Enclave from exploding on a daily basis. Please welcome Evelyn Cross.
Thank you, Monroe. Though, for the record, keeping you from exploding is a full-time position.
Believe me, I'm aware. This Symptomatic tried to assassinate me twice this week. So Evelyn, let's talk about the hot topic in Appalachia, Burning Springs. Everyone's buzzing about it. New enemies, new land, new chaos. How's it looking from your end of the field?
It's looking fantastic, Monroe. Burning Springs brings an entirely new energy to Fallout 76. More places to explore, more dangers to face, and more reasons for players to join together, because trust me, this place doesn't forgive solo wanderers.
Oh, good. More things trying to kill us. My favorite.
And here's the important part. New players are flooding into Appalachia. Some arrive confused, lost, wearing mismatched gear, carrying 27 spoons and no ammo, and we're here for every one of them.
A noble cause. I once met a guy carrying 5 fishing rods and a laser musket. No idea why.
That's exactly why Enclave 76 exists, Monroe. We help new players, we guide them, we train them, we bring them into expeditions, raids, events, and they even sing in the salt mines, all the things that can feel overwhelming alone. And then there's our favorite part, our recording sessions. Anyone who joins Enclave 76 can participate in our Machinimas, shows, short films, act, voice act, build sets, run cameras.
And what about a guy like me?
Of course, sweetheart. We always need backdrops and props on set.
But I want to be a movie star!
Or just stand in the background looking intimidating.
Intimidating background acting is an underrated talent.
And we want new recruits to feel welcome. We want players who love Fallout, who want to be part of something creative, something cinematic and fun. Burning Springs marks a perfect time to join Enclave 76. The wasteland is changing, and so are we.
Well said. And if anyone knows how to keep a community organized, energized, and alive, it's you, Evelyn.
Thank you, Monroe. And to anyone listening,
Yes?
if you're new, returning, confused, or just bored, come join us. We'll help you find your place.
Ladies and gentlemen, Evelyn Cross, the only person who can navigate Burning Springs without catching fire, probably. Well, Appalachia, what a night. We survived exploding medical equipment, a Brotherhood prisoner begging for more help, a safety inspector who clearly regrets his entire existence, and Evelyn Cross proving once again that she's the only adult in this building. If that doesn't qualify as quality television, I don't know what does. Probably means the bar is very low, but hey, that's the wasteland. Remember, folks, whether you're from Vault 76, the mountains of Appalachia, or one of the 3 brave souls who survived Burning Springs without crying, the Enclave 76 community is open for you. Raids, expeditions, training, building, filming, or just sitting by the campfire complaining about ammo, we've got a place ready for you. And if you want to join our productions, act, make voices, write script, or stand in the background making awkward eye contact, then visit Enclave 76 and hop into our Discord. We don't bite unless you're from the Brotherhood. Thank you to all our guests tonight. Thank you, Cappy. Thank you, loyal viewers watching from the comfort of their camps, on their Pip-Boys, or hiding from a death claw behind a broken mailbox.
I know it's been a rough week, but breathe, Monroe. Breathe!
That's all for tonight. Stay safe, stay warm, and stay away from malfunctioning symptomatic machines. This has been The Late Shift. I'm Lincoln Monroe, and remember, stay classified, Appalachia. God bless the Enclave. God bless America.
I don't know what I've been told.